Hi, and welcome back. My name is Deneen. You can call me D. I'm an astrologer and I teach people the psychology behind marketing. And today we're going to be diving into the divine feminine yang. Yes, you heard me right, the divine feminine yang. That's Libra. And for my Libra sun, moon, and risings, yes, I'm talking about your sign, okay? So you guys, let's hop right into it. Let's go. The divine feminine yang. This is the sign Libra. Libra is a cardinal sign and Libra is also outwardly expressed. Libra is, of course, the only sign that is not an animal in the zodiac. And Libra is responsible, along with Aries, for creating the horizon. They are also talking of Alpha and Omega, okay? Now, Libra as well, the divine feminine yang, the South Node was sitting in the sign of Libra. So as we know the divine feminine yang and the expression of the divine feminine yang, it is going to be changing up as Pluto has entered Aquarius, and it will be through the consciousness and also the connectivity of people that the divine feminine yang will take place. Now, what is the divine feminine yang? Libra. Now, Libra is an air sign, okay? And Libra deals with communication and comprehension. Now, the divine feminine yang is not complete, okay, without the yin, Taurus, being able to reflect, okay? And when I say reflect, Libra deals with communication and comprehension, but Taurus, the comprehension comes from Taurus, from taking the time, okay, from being able to sit down. And Libra also sits very well and does very well in the sign, sitting with Saturn, okay? Saturn sitting in the sign of Libra does very well. The reason for that is, well, Libra deals with mountaintops, but Libra also deals with law and order. Libra as well, okay, also deals with the reproductive system. And when I say reproductive system, I'm speaking more of the ovaries, okay? When we speak of the reproductive system, Libra deals with the ovaries. Neptune, the higher octave of Venus, deals with the womb, okay? And Venus, having the sign Libra there, the reflection that we do from having conversations, the reflection that we do from not just communicating but actually comprehending, this is shown to us out in the world and what is mirrored back to us, Pisces, okay? So this is what I wanted to speak about when it comes to the divine feminine yang. As the divine feminine yang, okay, she is going to be rebirthed in the collective and the way that we are communicating, the way we are comprehending. And Pisces, okay, the higher octave of Venus, okay, deals with mirrors. And Taurus sextiles Pisces, okay? So believe me when I say the divine feminine yang is not complete without the yin. Because we do have communication, we do have comprehension, but how it is that we are comprehending things, it must take time. And that's not something that we can skip, okay? Taurus is very practical. Taurus is also good at being able to be patient because it knows what is going to be the overall result, okay, of what it is that is produced is going to be a very good one when the time is taken to build a foundation that is very strong. That being said, okay, we are going to have Uranus move into the sign of Gemini, and it moving into the sign of Gemini is a big progression and an upgrade to the way that we are communicating with each other, the way that we relate to each other. And we've had the South Node already in Libra, so the divine feminine yang in that expression is done and it is over with, and something new is taking place, that new law, that new order. And us as individuals, it will be reflected in us because the world is a mirror. This is something we studied and something we have applied real time. This is without a chart, okay? I worked for a global company, and I worked for a global company that specifically dealt with psychology and psychological marketers. And I was trained to recruit other people and train other people so that they themselves could reach their own goals that they set out. It is through this that I had learned and I was taught about the mirror. No, these people do not know astrology. No, these people do not know astrology. I will repeat that again. These people are regular people. And so yes, a chart can be done without having to make an actual traditional chart. And yes, we have found a way And I have used this way before in my company, before they saw me, okay? And I wanted to come up here and I wanted to speak about the Divine Feminine Yang, because what is the world, and the world as we know it, the world is a mirror, and a lot of things will be mirrored back to us. So you, in the image that you hold, Aries, the character that you are, your character is your currency, and you must stand strong in it. Not only is your character your currency, but how it is that you communicate this character is also your currency. And no, it doesn't deal with online. It deals with in person, okay? Because Taurus deals with the land, all right? Libra may be mountaintops, and that's why it sits very well in the sign of, in Saturn being in the sign of Libra, it sits very well. But Libra nonetheless is comprehension, and it is communication. That takes time, and what will be mirrored back from one person to another will also take time. So do not be in need of an instant gratification of what it is that could have been produced before in the world, because there's different things that are being innovated, and there's more things that are being restructured, and other things that are beginning, because we have Aries and we have Libra. So the dissolution of the Divine Feminine Yang and the new bringing of the law and order that is coming, it's here, okay? We're making it. We're creating it with who we are, how we are. So let your Divine Feminine Yang and how it is that you communicate, how it is that you comprehend, lead you, and not things that are outside of you, because things are a reflection. And the Divine Feminine Yang, dealing with the Divine Feminine Yang, we will begin to see a lot more different reflections of what we've known humanity to be, what we have known people to be, and how structures, not just organizations, but structures in general, law and order, it is going to change up, okay? And it is changing up. And for a lot of us, what the world will come to look like will be completely different. There'll be different ways of people seeing things, different perspectives, because sextiling the 7th house is the 9th house, okay? Which is why having an experience of your own is very important versus another person's experience. And I will say that again, having an experience of your own is very important versus another person's experience. You will see things online, you will see people online, you will hear things online, and you will hear things in person. You live life in person, okay? I live life in person. For those of you who don't know, I do not keep a steady record of everybody in my life to the point where everybody in my life has my personal phone number. No. There's many people that I talk to, there's many people that I communicate with. My phone number has definitely changed. And on top of that, there is a different time that is being birthed in the world. And at this current point in time, what I do and what I have been able to do for other people and out in the community has changed a huge amount of how it is that I can have interactions with my family, because I have done this and I've been doing what I've been doing for quite a while. And a lot of my energy, my time was outside of my home. A lot of my energy, my time was outside of my family. That doesn't mean that I didn't have time for my family, but it's a completely different way of showing up when you have time to comprehend. Not just one time or listen to you one time, but we're building, we're making something together, right? Libra, the artiste, okay? And a lot of what is going on in the world is a mismatch in where pairings are. And so during this time, there is going to be a huge recuperation, a huge, not redo, but rearrangement of how it is that things are, how it is that partnerships are. And this is coming over time. It's not just a one and done thing. This is going to come for quite a while, because us as humans and what we're sensing as people has been upgraded very, very, very massively, and we can see that in the senses. Yes, okay? For those of you who don't know, with the divine feminine yang, and we're speaking of law and order, how it is that we do law, how it is that we do order, how it is that we have law, how it is that we have order, is going to be very, very, very different. And a part of it being different is you not freezing, okay? Don't freeze, but be able to, as I said, take your time to comprehend, have patience, and give yourself very much the grace for you to do this. And make sure during this time that no matter what you are consuming or what matter of consumption you are doing, because consumption is not just through what you're eating, consumption can very much be through who you're talking to, who you're around, the conversations you entertain, who you're entertaining them from. Make sure you're grounding that with going outside every day. Make sure you're grounding that with the life that you're living. Make sure you're grounding that with you and your experience, because while something might make perfect sense to the next person, that has no correlation to your experience, and that has no correlation to your current circumstances, because everybody will not be perceiving things the same during this point in time, because it's a massive shift that is going to be happening. So you should have patience with yourself, but you should also have patience with others as they shift, because they will be shifting. But on top of that, as I said, be mindful of what it is that you're consuming, how it is that you're consuming. And when I say consumption, as I said, we're not just talking about food. We're talking about what you intake, what you entertain, because those are experiences of our own, yes? So you can turn on your screen and you can choose to go to a channel and you may entertain what this person is saying. Does that correlate to your experience, and does that correlate to what's going on in your life right now, or what it is that you want to cultivate? Is that beneficial for you? And these are questions that you have to ask yourself. And as these questions begin to be asked, there is going to be a lot of rearrangement that happens. Don't be scared of it. I ask that you embrace it, and that you are more than ready to experience what life has to offer. Life is about change, and when you don't change, you go. So as the world is changing, and we are changing all together, don't feel like what you're experiencing is just what you're experiencing. There are more people. You just might not be around those people. And also on top of that, what you're experiencing is your experience. Nobody is you from the beginning to the end. Only you will be you from the beginning to the end. And so recollections or things that people may say have nothing to do with who it is that you are, as who it is that you are is something that only you would know from the beginning to the very end, and that one up above. Okay? So for you guys, if you like this and this resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you don't want to ever miss out on any of our astrology videos, okay, then you can go ahead and make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. One last note, you guys, with this change up in the things that have happened, I have taken a whole new way of going about doing things. I no longer give out my personal number as much anymore unless I already know that I'm working with this person or we have a line of communication already established. The best way to contact me is through this email at this current point in time. There are a lot of things that go on with my electronics. For those of you who don't know, that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with my placements. So don't worry. This has been happening since the beginning of freaking living my life, okay? And I have went through many phones. There's only one phone that I have that has been consistent, and the reason for that is from the person who gave it to me. Okay, so yes, there are some things that are changing up about me, how it is that I move around, and part of this is because there is the people who we are or we feel like we have to be, and I'm not just talking in a sense of me, I'm talking about in a family sense. I have had a lot of conversations and have had the time to have a lot of conversations with a lot of my family members for a period of years, specifically this year and last year with my immediate family members, and being able to show up in ways that I was never able to show up before because I was attending and attesting and helping so many other people. And I get that, you guys, from those who raised me. My parents are very Saturn ruled, and my mother has a very huge heart. She's very giving. But having the conversations that we've had in recent, it has made me realize where me as a person haven't been showing up the way that I could, because to have somebody show up for you and be able to pay a bill, to have somebody show up for you and be able to have a conversation with you, those are very awesome things. However, I cannot view you or see you all the time, and that has been sort of a little bit of a detriment to me, because I have not had the time to spend time the way that I have wanted to. And at this current point in time, this is where I've been making up for that time. And that has been since last year, okay, December, making up for this time. And I have also received quite a lot of new information from my ancestors, specifically my grandfather. I've never spoken to him before in life, in real life at all. Or the information that he's told me, I've confirmed. And I'm coming to you guys with some of those things as well. So stay tuned, because there are a lot more topics I will be speaking about, and I've just needed a little bit of time to research what I've been told, you guys, okay? So that's all I have to say. And if you like this, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of our videos, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, okay? Make sure you're notified. Bye.